anime, some label characters as gods for being overpowered and above all others. Well, I define a god when he is actually a real god, as simple as that. If you are looking for an anime to worship, look no further. I offer you a list of the best anime where the main character is an actual god.
シリア、赤子のガイが掴んだお前はいわばガイの守り方だ。ならばガイの腕となりガイを守れ。
They prayed and prayed even more, but the gods did not answer to humanity. Desperate, they put their faith in a demon instead. He came down armed with Zoltuan, a sword like no other. Unable to control the unlimited power, the demon killed everything in its wake, even the very people who summoned him. The sword was finally sealed, but found again by an organization whose sole purpose is to gather cursed artifacts. Corrupted by its power, the organization is slowly turning into chaos. Guy Ogata is also dealing with the curse of a demonic sword called Shiryu. His entire family suffered tragically because of its influence. The father was assassinated, and then the mother took her own life after bringing him to the world. Left in the woods, the sword by his side, he was found and adopted by Amon, a blacksmith. While growing up, Guy follows in his adoptive father's footsteps and works day and night to hone his smithing skills. But misfortune still follows him, and he loses an arm in an accident. However, a new one appeared in its place and took the form of Shiryu. Guy now has to try and tame the demonic sword or turn into a rampaging killer. As time passes, the sword will slowly become one with its master, turning him into something that transcends the heavens and the earth. Jin is an unfortunate guy. Bad luck seems to strike him, and everyone around him everywhere he goes. For a school project, he had to carve a statue. He used a weird material, the trunk of what turned out to be a sacred tree. There are hundreds of millions of trees around him, and he just had to pick the wrong one. As soon as the finished statue gets into contact with the sunlight, it begins absorbing the energy around it. It finally transformed into a real flesh and blood girl, or more precisely a deity. The deity, who is the essence of the sacred tree, more pissed than ever that she is now stuck with Jin, lashes out by squashing all impurities without caring who might be looking. Dweeb Otaku by day, god of conquest by night. Keima Katsugari is famous online for his ability to conquer any girl, but just in the dating sim game. One day, he receives a challenge demanding that he proves how good he is. Unable to back down, he accepts the conditions stated and ends up aiding a demon named Alusha, or Elsie, in her quest to catch spirits who escaped from the bowels of hell. What's even worse is that he is now bound to her through a deadly collar that he obviously cannot remove. In order to retrieve the spirits and set himself free, Keima has to face his biggest fear: conquer the real flesh and blood living girls of the actual world. Samataru, even if he doesn't look the part, is the son of a god. He, along with his family, live on Earth among the humans to learn about the creatures they are a blessing. Tenko is the guardian angel of Samataru, and they have been together since birth. Their relationship started to develop until a transfer student by the name of Kumiko entered their peaceful life. Samataru fell for her at first sight. He decides to make her love him as well, but without relying on his godly powers. This decision will put him in awkward situations and even maybe endanger his bond with Tenko.
その者は覇者である。天上の神々を殺戮し、神を神たらしめる思考の力を奪い取るがゆえに。その者は王者である。
First of all, let me start by saying how impressed I was by the harem and fan service in this anime. How unexpected it is that all the beautiful, powerful warriors suddenly fall in love with the newly awakened champion. Kusanagi Godu was entrusted with this honorable title after stopping the rampage of the god of war and ultimately becoming a god slayer. The responsibility of defeating the heretical gods that are planning on destroying the world now rests on his shoulders. The demigod, joined by the almighty sword mistress Erika Blandil and other female worshippers of his kindness and power, will embark on an impossible warlike adventure against the gods with the odds stacked against them.
その者はカンピオーネである。
Nanami Mamazono has nothing. Poor, Homeless, no parents, and on top of it all, accumulated a huge debt. Because of her father, she is in a dire situation. Wandering around aimlessly, she stumbles on a man harassed by a dog and saves him. As thanks, he invites her to live in his house, as house he meant a dilapidated shrine. After entering, two spirits and a demon fox named Tomo appear and mistake her with the land god, Mikage, because of the mark the god left on her forehead. That mark is proof that she is the new land god of the shrine. Tomo, the prideful familiar, immediately leaves after understanding the situation. There is absolutely no way a powerful being like himself would serve a lowly, pitiful human. But that's not gonna make Nanami abandon her new home. As a goddess, she starts to learn how to accomplish her heavenly duties, but the fox's help is indispensable. She follows him to the Red District and forces him to make a contract with her, making him unable to refuse her orders. Together they will face countless enemies, and their intertwined past will start to get tangled together once again. Nothing is better or more frustrating, since it won't be happening to us, than isekai anime. We all wished that the creepy mysterious objects in our house did more when giving us goosebumps. Well, the strange sword that Yui Kusanagi found managed to exceed her low expectations. It transported her to a fantasy world where she was greeted by 5 gorgeous men and the king of all gods, Zeus. Zeus, concerned about the almost non-existent relationship between the gods and the humans, decides to open an academy and educate his kind about the other race. Yui was appointed as a teacher for this one-of-a-kind school. Her job description: teach the stubborn and egocentric deities about the norms and values of humans. She has 1 year to do so, or all of them will be trapped in this realm for all eternity. Zathan is a power that certain humans can use. A powerful weapon used by the soldiers of the Barsberg Empire. Tito Klein is an aspiring soldier training at the military academy. Having lost his memories, his past is shrouded in mystery. A few days before graduation, he meets Ayanami. Some flashes of memories appear in his mind, memories of Ayanami killing his father. In a fit of rage, he attacks him. Immediately overpowered, the higher-ups lock him up to decide his fate. With the help of his best friend, Mikage, he escapes and is taken in by the bishops of the 7th District Church. During his time at the church, he plans his revenge while uncovering secrets that could shake the entire country. His own identity as a higher being is also uncovered, and even the bishops of the church are much more than what meets the eyes. Gods need to be worshipped to keep on existing. A minor deity and self-proclaimed delivery god, going by the name Yato, is seeking to increase his number of worshippers to become rich. He teams up with Hiyori, a human girl who now has a loose soul because of him, and the soul of a deceased boy, Yukon, who turns into a katana that exorcises evil spirits. Having the task to fix his partner, try to comprehend the fits of his weapon, and become a reliable and popular god isn't going to be an easy feat for the goofy god, who doesn't even know why he hasn't disappeared yet.
二度と忘れぬよう恐怖とともに頭蓋に刻め
The war between humans and demons was turning the world into a bloody battlefield. To end the conflict, the two rulers of each side decided to magically create walls that would separate their respective domains. A spell that powerful came at the cost of the life of the demon king Anos Voldegod. The walls stayed in place for hundreds of years before dispelling, and they brought peace. But the humans, ignorant about Anos' sacrifice, feared the day of his return. Each side created academies, one to train humans to fight the demons, the other to train demons to be worthy of welcoming their demon king. 2 millennia passed, and Anos was finally reincarnated. He woke up in a world where history was tampered with and drained of all kinds of powerful magic. The demons forgot the name of the true ruler and replaced it with that of an impostor. Something was terribly wrong. To uncover the truth and claim his title, he enters the Demon Academy and starts putting the pieces of the puzzle together to reclaim his throne as the one true god of the demons. Gods are not perfect, not all of them are overpowered or wise. But it's goddamn fun to see them trying to adapt to human life and screw up magnificently from time to time. This was our 10 best anime, where the MC is a literal god. If you have your own ranking or want to suggest something, comment down below. Your thoughts matter. If you have a heart, go and comment what's on your mind so we can give that poor girl her tacos. Have you no conscience? Do you want her to lose her human form? Don't disappoint the anime gods, youngling.